your trade this will be different from what you are trading meat right now, right? Because you really need to be concerned, oh man, I'm going to use this in summer or in fall, I better make sure this is well structured, otherwise I'm going to have to rewrite this one more time, right? So these are the things that probably not something of your concern, but robustness is, right? If you don't test your program robustness and your project manager tried it and hey, it's broken, you lost your point in demo. So that must be of concern to you, right? So not only functional correct, right, but also has to be robust, reliable, maintainable, and secure. Those are those are harder things to achieve. Okay, but first of all, you need to get the functionality right. All right. So it's impossible to satisfy all the requirements, functional, non-functional, within the cost and time constraint. So some sort of compromise has to be made. That sounds exactly like Boeing 737. Okay, this is exactly like Boeing 737. Okay, within the constraint of time to market and cost. Guess what? We're just going to use a very crappy design. Hopefully it will work. Right? That is what exactly happened. Okay, so this is incredible, because I learned aerospace, introduction to aerospace when I was an undergraduate student. They always say, okay, any sensor you have to have backup, backup, backup. You have 3 backups. I mean, anything has to be triple backup. Guess what? One sensor failed and their system crashed. So you can see that, all right, that is definitely a compromise. Okay, so that's definitely a compromise. One single sensor failed, their system kick into total error mode. So in some sense, the client has to relax some of requirement. That's basically our general public have been relaxing the requirement for Boeing for years, and now we are catching up, right? Now we are really say, oh, okay. Now I'm not going to let you get away with this, so I'm not going to relax requirement because 500 people already died, right? So that is essentially, well, we are more reactive here. So this happened to software engineering project as well. Look at Facebook, Google, all the regulation we are talking about, right? At the beginning, we pretty much relaxed the requirements. Say, yeah, whatever you want to do, yeah, do it, right? But now, with all the privacy and other kind of thing going on, then we are actually looking at, okay, now it's time to get our requirement right. Okay, but this is strong. All right. So in the design stage, you actually need to do testing as well. Guess what? Again, our rule of thumb in terms of testing is your coverage. Okay? Coverage of what? Coverage of the original requirement. Okay? Did your requirement document cover every feature your user is demanding from you? Okay? Did your high-level model, high-level class diagram and dynamics cover all the necessary information to keep in your system, and also the activity that your system can exhibit? If yes, you got a pass. If no, your test should fail. Have your detailed design in terms of class diagrams with all these attributes and operations and their algorithms and their pseudocode, their tabular representation, all these things together cover all the functionality identified in the requirement flow or not. When you travel from one stage to another, you should not have a leaky process. You should have basically a full coverage process. So everything that in the first flow, all the information in the first stage should be in the second stage. All the information in the second stage should be fully covered in the third stage. Okay, that is why we do testing. However, unfortunately, testing is not going to guarantee 100% coverage. I mean, you can't say Boeing didn't do any test. They did a lot of testing. We have been following in that aircraft for last several years. I mean, racking thousands of hours using that aircraft. You can't say it's not tested. And before that, I'm pretty sure Boeing did quite a bit of test flight as well. However, testing will not guarantee you have full coverage. No way. All right? Testing can only tell you there is a problem, but it doesn't tell you the system is correct. Because you can always have another test case you miss. Okay? So full coverage are hard. So mostly we go most right, then we rush into production. We fix the system as we go. That's why we have so many bug fixing patches flying around every day. However, luckily that gave us jobs, right? We create a lot of problems and then fix them. Then we got paid twice, essentially, right? So this is probably one of the only industry that have this. So just imagine in medical industry, oh, sorry, I did wrong in the first time in terms of surgery. I'm going to do it free second time. Or I'm not free second time. Actually, I'm going to charge you 2 times to give you another surgery.
I think they do that in politics too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's another industry. Right. So every 4 years we got a new election, and they promise us a lot of goodies, and hey, we didn't get it, so we try second time, right? So same. I mean, so here in many other industry, oh, I built a building for you. Here, oh, guess what? I missed the door. You cannot enter the building. I'm going to charge you the second time to get it fixed. Man, that's not how it works. But hey, in software industry, it's kind of like that, right? Yeah. So there are a lot of bugs. Well, because inherently, the jokes aside, it's very hard to get software right. Because software system actually the difficulty in software engineering, software system is the number of possibilities with software systems are so much bigger than concrete systems. Okay? So for instance, so if you go diagnose your air conditioning system at home, okay? They have a checklist of things they do to diagnose. That list is long, but not terribly long. But in our case, the possibility is huge. To achieve that coverage is very hard. So far, we'll talk about testing more in later lectures. But testing can only show you there is a problem. It can never show you there is no problem. Okay? Because for practical system, you can always come up with another situation which breaks the system. Practical systems. That's why our system is incredibly unsecured, buggy, because it's just too many possibilities to consider. And for us, I mean, we need to get a system out there for people to use it. At the same time, there's no way practically we have the resource to cover all the corner cases. Okay, I mean certainly in terms of Boeing 737, people are dying for it. It's certainly going to be a big issue. But for others, small bugs of inconvenience, for instance, our system crashed all the time. Yeah, we kind of accept it. All right, so mainly in terms of design, at this stage, remember we have 2 kinds of testing we can do, validation. One is non-execution based testing, which basically for you to eyeball your code or your document. Here you go. Here is usage of that non-execution based testing, which is you go inspect your documents. Right? I mean, your document, your requirement document, your design document, that document, those documents don't execute. There's no way you can test them. The only way you can do can validate them is basically inspection. Look at them. Have somebody else look at it. Have 1,000 people look at it. Right? If you want all the best document possible. So even if so basically, I mean, this is, you can see that practically both testing and inspection, you are going to miss problems. You're going to miss problems. Hardware, I mean, software is very difficult to test because the number of possibilities are just way too big. They're just the possibilities are just too many. I mean, for us to think about all these possibility combinations and cover them all, is practically impossible. So basically, we accept the fact that our system will have bugs, and then we go use the system. I mean, so because we need the utility of the system, so we sort of make a balance and trade-off and compromise about the functionality we're getting from this faulty system and the cost we will have if the system does go into fault, right? So that's a balance of your customer and also the system designer. So, or you can apply some stronger methods, for instance, formal methods. This is actually to prove, like in our calculus, we prove something is correct. Then hopefully it is correct. However, even for proof, we know to do proof, in mathematical sense, we need to make assumptions. What if your assumptions are incorrect? Then your proof is basically useless, right? Your proof is only good when your assumptions are valid. If your assumptions are invalid, your proof, no matter whether your proof process is right or not, the proof is useless. So that's why full methods is good only when you apply them under the right assumption. If the assumption is incorrect, then you are basically validating a wrong system. Okay? So full method is not going to be the silver bullet here. It's going to help you, but it may not solve all your problems. In terms of real-time system, it's going to be even more difficult. The problem is, essentially, you not only demand functionality from your system, but you also demand real-timeness. Basically, say this needs to be finished within a certain time. So I know I've been beating on Boeing 737 today, but that is actually a real-time system, right? You need to get the plane under control with this amount of time. Otherwise, your aircraft will crash, right? That is definitely called the real-time system. Is actually called a hard real-time system, right? For instance, if we are going to watch a movie in Netflix, it doesn't load in 5 seconds. Well, okay. If it doesn't load in 5 minutes, we start complaining. If it doesn't load in 50 minutes, we'll probably call Netflix to complain. Yes, they actually sort of failed some kind of real-time expectation you have, but that's not critical. I mean, not catastrophic, in the sense that, yeah, you are getting inconvenience. You may even get your money back, or you're not happy with Netflix. But it's not actually, nobody's dying, right? But in terms of real-time, hard real-time system like aircraft, like automotives, right? That's going to be a concern. That's why people are brave driving all these Teslas, right? You are basically trusting all the engineers in our room with your life, right? So essentially think about it. So your Tesla is updating every night. Okay, so you get into the car and start driving in the morning. I'm concerned actually. So how reliable this car will be, right? So just like people like us pushing out all these patches every night, it's going to be a concern, right? So yeah, so that's actually going to be our problem for a long time to come in the future. Okay, so I mean, no matter we like it or not, cars, electrical cars, like that, will be coming. Tesla may disappear. I don't know what will happen to those Tesla cars if Tesla company bankrupt and no software engineer working there anymore to push out those updates. What will happen? I think my 2004 Honda Pilot is still going to run in that situation, but I'm not sure about those Teslas. Okay, so that's why I'm still driving my 2004 Honda Pilot pretty happy with it, right? And so because I think, yeah, as long as there is gasoline, it's still going to run, right? But Tesla, I mean, if you don't have that critical software update, right, from us, you have risk condition, dialogue, and all these nice things coming out. I mean, your car essentially is not going to work. Okay, so this is going to be our problem in the future because we are actually going to have more automations, not less automations. So increasingly our home environment will be fully automated with this kind of control software and real-time control software. It's going to be a problem. So that's something we'll have to face eventually. So I mean, certainly Tesla is pushing the envelope. I mean, it's running into problems, and hopefully we'll come out with ways to fix the problem. But that problem is not going away. Okay, I think people are still going to buy cars like Tesla or some other kind of electrical vehicle. Eventually, I think we are going to move to electrical, right? That seems to be the trend to come, and more and more of our home environment is automated by this kind of control software. Your oven is Wi-Fi enabled. I don't know why you want your oven to be Wi-Fi enabled, but they are, right? So somebody can cook for you. I mean, over internet in the middle of night. I mean, that I don't see the need, but it seems to be the trend, right? So in that case, that's why there's going to be a lot of jobs for you guys. Knowing that real-time system is going to be a big domain. This is also called IoT, right? Internet of Things. Basically, everything is linked on internet, right? Over your socket program. Not really. I mean, they have different set of protocol for real-time communication. But hey, guess what? I mean, your socket programming is actually entry to that whole world. All right. So that will be it for the design. Just a quick summary. In this stage, you are taking your high-level models in terms of class diagrams, refine them by nail down your data types for each attribute, define the signature of each method, and flash out your each method with pseudocode or tabular description of the algorithm. Okay. For many methods, algorithm is not necessary. Basically, a line of word will be sufficient. But for some critical ones, you need an algorithm. For instance, the quiz we're going to see today. It's still a pretty simple one, but we are actually ramping up the difficulty. All right. So here we are still working on trees for the time being. So here, given a binary tree, last time we were able to print out the depths, basically how many levels your tree will have. So here, given a binary tree, I would like you to return the level order traversal of its node value. Okay? So basically, let's give an example. We have a tree like this. All right. So if you use a depth first search, you're going to, depending on how you work, you're going to print out the 4, print out the should be 5, 2, 1, and so forth, right? If you do a breadth-first search, it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, breadth-first search actually will work here. Yeah. So essentially, you traverse the tree, and here we want you to print level by level. Okay, level by level. So essentially, you traverse the tree, basically from levels. You go 1, 2, in this case, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is different from your backwards and breadthwards. Just different way to traverse. Okay, so again, this is you are asked to implement a method in a class. Here, I mean, so if you have your tree structure set up right now, first you want to create a tree and be ready to test, call on this method.